Viewers, welcome back to the Personal Injury Law Show. As I said before the break, we've got this young fellow who's got a very compelling story to tell about the SpinChat program and his own personal experiences. His name's Lachie O'Brien. Good evening, Lachie. How are you?
Good, thanks, Tony. Yourself?
Thanks for coming on board.
Yeah, no dramas.
Now, Lachie, you're part of Independence Australia's SpinChat program.
Yep.
What do you do?
I go out to schools and just talk about spinal cord injuries and try and prevent further spinal cord injuries and help get a good interpretation of what people are like in wheelchairs.
Now, tell us something. What happened to you?
Yep, about 2.5 years ago, I broke my neck in a rugby accident where what I did was the drill involved passing the person the ball. I drove through, beat the first pad, and as I hit the second pad, someone came and kept trying to help me go through it. But as I fell down on the ground, he landed on top of me, and that's when I knew I broke my neck.
And Don, what do you reckon could have been done in this case to prevent the accident?
Well, not sure if there's any equipment, protective gear that you could have worn there, Lachie. Was there anything else that could have prevented you from having this injury?
Yes, it probably could have helped to wear headgear, maybe shoulder pads. That would have kind of assisted it, but yeah, it's important to have that kind of stuff.
And Lachie, you broke your C7 vertebrae, so just for the viewers, so that means it's really near the lower bit of your neck.
It was C7 to T1.
So
and
right near
nerve.
the shoulder blade.
Yep.
But you're incomplete. It's an incomplete.
Yep, like I can move my hands where a lot of C7s can't.
Yep. Okay, so it's a really high neck, but you still got the movement of your hands.
Yeah, and my chest muscle.
That's great. That's great. And it wasn't a game, it was just a training drill. It was after...
Yeah, just like any other day, any other drill. It was a different drill, obviously we do a different one each time, but...
Yeah. And following that, obviously you had a period of, I think it was 7 months of rehabilitation in hospital. And
yeah, it was 9 months, but yeah.
And you... I'm telling you a story, but eventually you got back to school as well.
Yeah, of course. About was it that the year after I did year 12, completed it, and yeah, I was really happy with it.
Lachie, can I ask you this?
Yeah.
You loved rugby, correct?
Oh, it's my last passion, Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that you're suited to rugby as much as you love it? Because I mean, and I don't want to offend the rugby players out there, but a lot of them have got no necks.
Yeah, of course. There's obviously different sizes for different positions. There's forwards who are the bigger guys and there's backs who are a bit smaller. But, I did weights. I was like bulking up to eventually maybe prevent this kind of stuff or be strong enough to play it to a certain level. But I do believe I was suited, but everyone has their opinion,
Okay.
Yeah.
And like it was a drill that you would have done sometime before. It's not the first time you've done the drill.
Similar, but not exactly. The exact drill, yeah.
But it just seemed to be, unfortunately, just one of those accidents that just happened.
Yeah, just an unlucky situation, really.
Lachie, you go to schools and you talk to young people.
Yes.
Like yourself.
Yeah.
What do you tell them watch out for?
I don't really tell them what to do, but just you're gonna go out, like if you're gonna have a drink, and we all do at the end of the day, underage. Just be in a safe environment, like maybe at home and don't leave anywhere, or if you're gonna go for a swim or whatever, don't just dive straight into it. Have a look at what you're diving into, and yeah.
So a lot of these are alcohol-related instances, you think?
Yes, I've met a few people who have. Just when you're young, you don't have too much control over it. Speak to your parents, ask them for advice. I know they'll be devastated with you drinking and everything, but it's better to be safe than sorry, Yeah.
And Lachie, Independence Australia's done a lot for you, haven't they?
Oh, they've been great. I just started looking for a job, and then Suzanne's come out and offered me this job. I thought I was being interviewed. I've come in already a bit nervous. She showed me around the place. I'm thinking, isn't this an interview? She said, nah, you got the job. So yeah.
And it's done a lot for your confidence. You look like you're smiling. For someone that's had such a horrific injury,
yeah.
You look like a happy sort of person.
Yeah, I've always tried to look at the positive things in life, but Independence Australia really helped, like getting back in the workforce, and it's really boosted my confidence. Yeah.
And so, no doubt, you'd be urging people out there to make some donations again, wouldn't you?
Oh, it'd be great. It's a great company, and they have a really strong ethic and everything, and
they just do a great job, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like you've got some ambitions to go to Paralympics. I understand you are playing rugby now.
I was, but I actually got classified out of it because of my hand function. But at the moment, I'm training athletics.
Oh, right. So
Yep.
track and field.
Yeah,
so
track
to
and
speak.
field. So hopefully one day, I'd love to make the Paralympics.
Okay.
Get
Well,
golf for the country, even.
yeah.
It'd be great, yeah.
Lachie, do these students ask you many questions about your own personal experiences? What do they ask you?
Yeah, well, during it, I offer the questions, but towards the end, I say if you're a bit nervous, ask any questions. But all sorts of questions, I cover from sexual function to how I go to the toilet. But yeah, you do get some odd questions.
And
Yeah.
if you could turn the clock back, would you have done things differently?
I've thought about that a lot, actually, to be honest, but I've learnt so much from this. To be honest, I don't think I would change.
But you do want to prevent this sort of stuff.
Oh, I
from
do,
happening.
yeah, it's a strong
Yes.
thing, it's a hard life. Like, there's a lot of things, there are complications, but, it would be good to prevent people
course.
from this and, Yeah.
Don, it's a very compelling story, this one of Lachie's, and it's amazing how brave he is. But this is one where I'd love to get some feedback on Twitter and Facebook, just to
Yeah.
see what people out there,
Yeah.
especially
And-
parents, because parents are always trying to convey a message
Yeah.
to their children, and a lot of the times they won't listen.
And we'll put up the link to SpinChat program in Independence Australia.
think
So
that's
if you just
great.
go on our Facebook and just follow the links to the Independence Australian SpinChat to find out more details about it. But it's a very compelling story, and Lachie, you got a lot of support, I'm guessing, but a lot of support from not only from Independence Australia, but also from your school and
Yep.
friends and family and all those things. So well done. I think what you're doing is just great to get out there and giving back a bit to your story to other people and prevent this happen, Tony, because we see it happen very often in our type of work.
Of course, of course.
Just spinal cord injuries, particularly in young people, is just becoming more and more common.
Lachie, what would you like to tell the public out there if you had that chance to just give them a message?
When you're young, we all take risks and everything. Just be careful, you're gonna go out and have a drink, or you've driven somewhere and you end up drinking. Don't drive. Get a cab home, or even walk home, or get with a friend. Don't risk it. And if you have a friend and you see him about to drink and drive, take the keys off him. He'll hate you for that night, but at least he's not going to be annoyed at himself for the rest of his life.
And Lachie, you've got a future, haven't you, mate?
That's it. Hopefully, in the Paralympics, it'd be.
And you've
I
got
love
plans to work with Independence Australia,
Yeah, of
go out
course,
there,
yep.
talk to people,
Yep.
be a motivational speaker, those sorts of things, correct?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Look, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Viewers, we want you to go to Facebook, Twitter, go onto our website, send us questions, just do all of that, because we've got some very interesting stories. Lachie's a very compelling story, and all the organisations we're seeing throughout the course of the year are going to be very good stories too, aren't they, Don?
Yeah, that's right, Tony.
So-
So we'll put up the link on Facebook. So do go on Facebook, do go on Twitter and follow that as well.
Viewers, thanks for watching. Next week we're going to be talking about the integrity of sport and drugs in sport, the plight of migrant workers and their vulnerabilities. So please stay tuned and always stay safe.